Hello, everybody. David Hadley with Bulletproof Legacy Financial. Thank you for joining us today. Today, we're going to talk about why a will may not be enough to protect your family. Well, if all you have alone is a will and your assets clear the probate threshold, then a will on its own will guarantee probate. So you guys, a will must be probated. And probate in Latin means to prove. So depending on how long the probate process is in your state, where I'm at here in Oregon, it's a $75,000 threshold, and it's about 6 to 9 months for the probate process to actually happen. That's if nobody contests your estate. So a will may not be enough to protect your family because, one, there's probate fees, and do you want your money to go to the state you reside in, or do you want it all to go to your family? See, you guys, depending on the complexity of your state, probate fees could be 2 to 7%. Let's just take 4% somewhere in the middle, and you got $100,000 sitting in your bank account. See, 4% of that number right there is $4,000. That's already more money than the cost of this plan in the first place, which could eliminate the 6 to 9 months of headache your family's going to go through, as well as keep in mind, if you're paying a mortgage while that will is being probated, somebody's still got to pay the mortgage, the gas, the water, the electric, keep all those utilities going, garbage, sewer. And if you don't go and pay that mortgage, that house could be foreclosed on. Or if you don't go and pay those property taxes, that house could be foreclosed on. Can you imagine your family having to pick up the pieces right after you pass away? And they're having to go to the bank, the title company, call the custodian of your IRA, 401k, and they're having to go through all this additional emotional and financial burden just to find out they can't even access your assets. And then your state gets first dibs on whatever it is that's going through in terms of that 2 to 7%. Lawyers are making their money, the state's making their money. Now, if you don't have any assets at all, you got $5,000 in your account, or you just got a little bit of cash in the safe at home, don't own your car, you're renting, okay, perhaps you don't need this, or it's just not important for you to leave anything to your family at all, okay. Maybe you don't need a will or a trust if that's not important to you. But see, a trust is for people that love their families, for people that have assets and want to protect their families and make sure their families are never having to go inside of a courtroom to sort out what you left behind for them. See, another reason a will may not be enough, you guys, is because they still have to process the will through the court process. And maybe you didn't update your will. Maybe in the last 5, 10, 20 years, you've acquired some new jewelry, some new cars, some new belongings. You bought a house, sold a house. So you don't go and update this will, and it's outdated. And now your family's in court fighting for whatever they thought was theirs. Hey, Dad said he was going to leave me this car. Mom said she was going to leave me this jewelry. Well, you could have just had a digital estate plan, updated your will from your phone or your computer and just logged right in and eliminate that fight after you pass away. Now, some people, they don't mind if their kids are fighting the next 5 or 10 Christmases because they owe each other money and we're arguing over the estate plan that you didn't sort out for them. But for most of us here, we want to do all we can to protect our families from ever having to experience that emotional or financial burden that they'll go through if all you had alone was a will. So you guys, a will on its own may not be enough to protect your estate. If you'd like to find out some more and learn how a digital estate plan can help protect you, your family, and make sure that your assets never see the inside of a courtroom, book a call with us here at Bulletproof Legacy Financial. We'll go through a quick discovery call and make sure that we're a right fit for you. We look forward to protecting your family and bulletproofing your legacy here at Bulletproof Legacy Financial.